You're looking at Green Bay, Wisconsin. They're going to have a night, that's for sure. That's where the NFL draft is this year. Remember when they were in Philly? It was such a great weekend.
I wish I'd come back.
I know. Well, help us break it down here is host of Inside the Birds, Geoff Mosher. Geoff, good to see you.
Great to see you guys. Thanks for having me.
What do the Eagles need? We got rid of so many good players because we're the champs and other teams wanted our players.
Right. I mean, they lost a lot on defense, especially on the defensive line, the pass rush. But the thing about the Eagles is there's a draft term. It's called eating your vegetables, right? You don't draft on what you need right now. You draft on what you build your team around. Mm-hmm. So the draft is like a buffet. There's every single type of player. You got guys who run 240s, a lot of wide receivers and running backs. But the Eagles eat their vegetables, meaning they go to the buffet. They don't go right for the chicken parm. Right. They don't go right for the veal, right? They eat the salad. They eat their green beans, which means in NFL terms, building in the trenches. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen, pass rushers.
Okay.
Not always the sexiest pick, but you have to have them.
Put that graphic back up, please. Would you agree with these positions that we need the most? Edge rusher, yes?
Yes.
Defensive lineman, tight end, offensive guard,
absolutely,
and a safety. All right, well, let's get to it. Well, we don't know. There's always this term with, we'll take the best player available,
right?
No matter what position, right?
Yeah, there's some loopholes to that. Obviously, if you have a franchise quarterback and you're up and picking and there's a franchise quarterback on the board, you're calling, hoping someone trades into that spot.
Do you think Howie will move up from 32?
Look, he's got 20 picks now from this year and next year, and that's, you only have a 53-man roster, right? So it makes sense to package picks to move up. If they move up, here's the name. WalterNolen. He's a defensive tackle. It's a need from Missouri. He is the best defensive tackle in the draft. He fits any scheme. He's the perfect kind of player. A little bit of a character question mark. Not a bad kid. He's done nothing illegal. But if he's going to fall a little bit, it's because some teams are a little bit concerned about his off-field decisions.
Yes.
Nothing major to get into. But that's when you could see maybe the Eagles make a move. Now, I'll tell you this. If the Eagles are able to get WalterNolen, you will hear, just like when they got Jalen Carter, the rest of the NFL say, how in the world did we let the Eagles get this guy because he wages war on quarterbacks?
But he will not last till 32.
He could go as high as 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, again, he could go as high as 8, but teams might back off. They could get, if you start to see him go from 8, then to 13, 15, 20s, then all of a sudden you see Howie probably get his hands together. We
will watch for that, but then we want to root for our local young men as well.
All right, so let's start off with Miles Frazier out of Camden.
Yeah, offensive lineman out of LSU, all the way from Camden to LSU. That's got to be culture shock, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good player though. Probably a day two guy, offensive line. That's what we talk about. He plays interior offensive line. He's not. No one's going to be like, yes, Miles Frazier, but you need those guys.
All right, North Philly zone. Tasheem Johnson.
Yeah, no, I believe he's from Oregon. He started off his career at another school, plays safety. So probably looking at day 3, I think he's a North Philly kid who went to St. Joe's, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he go to Newman Goretti?
No, I'm sorry, Newman Goretti. You're right.
Newman Goretti, yeah. Donovan, I can't say his last name. You can.
I'll help you out. Donovan Ejiraku from Boston College. Guy had 16 and a half sacks in his last year.
Oh, my God.
And guess what? Williamstown, New Jersey. Finest, okay? The Eagles love him. They brought him in for a 30 visit. He's the type of guy they would love to have, but also could be out of their reach. He could go anywhere starting 18, 19, 20.
Who's next, Karen?
Chester County, Downingtown West. We got Will Howard.
Will Howard. Interesting story, right? Started off at Kansas State, quarterback, transferred to Ohio State and won a national title.
Yes.
The guy he replaced, Kyle McCord, went to Syracuse. Kyle McCord, also a Philadelphia area guy.
But do we need a quarterback?
No.
So
but did everybody think the Eagles were going to take Jalen Hurts in the second round of 2012?
That's so true. And then Kyle McCord.
So he left Ohio State.
Yeah.
Goes to Syracuse, leads the NCAA in passing.
Wow.
So you have one. So when he left, then Will Howard went to Ohio State. You had one Philadelphia quarterback replacing another.
That's
crazy,
awesome.
right?
It was lots of fun people to watch.
I know.
It's always exciting to, watch the draft.
We'll get our popcorn and watch tonight.
Well, how about this? Are you guys going to be excited? The Eagles pick at 32. What's going to be happening? You're groggy. You stay up late, and then all of a sudden they trade out. They don't make a pick.
Oh, don't do
it
that
happened
to
in
me.
2018.
I do remember that. No, nobody in the first round. Good to see you, Jim.
Thanks. Thanks for
Thank you.
having me.
We really appreciate it.